Hey everybody. So the kits are selling and we have some people with feedback, and I thought I could go over some of the questions in a question and answer session. I'm kind of excited because now the U2 kit is out there in the world, and people are calling with questions. So and I think questions are good. So the first question I got was on the webbing, the jute webbing. There are many different types of webbing, but we use a seat webbing. And the question was, why can't I use the black webbing, black stripe webbing? So this is a red stripe webbing. This is actually classified as a seat webbing because it has more support. It's tightly woven. But the nature of the webbing is that it sags. And sagging is good for coil springs because what happens is the pressure goes down instead of up. And you don't want the pressure of the springs. Once the pressure goes up into the spring, then the twines start to fail. So I use this in all of my applications. I don't even bother with the black webbing. Don't even bother with it. Even when you have a back webbing that you need with the black webbing, use the seat webbing. Doesn't hurt. It's not that much of a difference in price. So thank you for that question. Next question comes, I get this a lot, it's spring compression. When people are tying springs, they tend to, be pushing down like this, and they're saying, well, how much compression should I put on? The spring itself determines the compression. That has no concern when you're tying the springs. Tying the springs, you're getting all your knots in and you're pulling the whole row tight, and you're making sure that with the tightness of the twine that the spring is standing upright. The spring itself takes care of the compression. That's a common question that I get, and I'm glad that somebody out there has asked that question too. So thank you. The third question is ruby twine. Okay, people say they've seen other types of twines. Why this particular twine? They've seen nylon twine, might be a little bit less expensive. They've seen people even tying springs with clothesline rope, all kinds of things. This twine, it's called a ruby Italian twine, is specific to tying springs. And the thing that makes it unique, it's a jute. The thing that makes it unique is it has a little wax coating on it so that when you put a knot on this, it does not slip. That's the important thing. It doesn't slip with the use of the spring. So always use the ruby twine. You can never go wrong. If you're going to put all that effort into a piece, make sure you use the ruby twine. So another good question. Boy, we're getting a lot of good questions here at Upholstery on Broadway. So another question, somebody asked about the frame, gluing the ottoman frame. And I actually use some twine in that, and I glue it. I take a screwdriver and I crank the twine up. The reason I show you that is because a lot of people don't have bar clamps. Bar clamps you need 4 of those in order to glue up the frame. Most people don't have that, and the belt clamps I find are getting a little bit less frequent or harder to find. So this is a good solution, especially if some of you may be teaching a class. And if you're teaching in class, definitely you can't have 24 bar clamps. Most wood shops don't even have that. So the twine is a good solution to that. And those frames are put together so well, you almost don't even have to use glue. They go together so well. So another good question about clamping, and I appreciate that too. So another question is, how long should I take with my ottoman to put my ottoman together? And I guess it depends on your skill level. But I think reasonably it's a 20-hour put together if for inexperienced people. At least I would say, between 12 and 20 hours. And what that means too is if anybody's going to teach this class, you should be able to get a complete adult education class out of it. It's a night class from week to week. And people would have a ball doing this. So far at Upholstery on Broadway, we're conducting classes of a great success on Monday evenings. And you can take a class yourself on a Monday evening here if you like. So I think, boy, that's a lot of questions, and I think that's it for now. And we're going to be doing a lot of these questions as we go along. We're going to be getting a lot of these questions, I'm sure, and I'll be answering. So until next time, thank you.